He's joined us from somewhere in the world, I'm not quite sure. Noel Gallagher joins us on Talksport. Good evening, Mr. Gallagher.
Morning.
Where are you? Whereabouts are you in the world?
I'm in Sydney, in Australia.
So it genuinely is morning. Are you 8 hours in front? Is it 7 in the morning for you?
No, it's just gone 10:05.
10:05, okay. I can't do that.
He knows his time.
I can't do that, math. So
I think
obviously...
it's 11 hours, isn't it?
11 hours, yeah, okay. How's it going over there? You all right? You in the middle of a tour? What's happening?
Yeah, I'm doing a travelling festival.
Right.
Called the Big Day Out, but I've been in Sydney for 4 days. It's rained for 4 days in a row. It's rubbish.
Are you jet lagged?
No, not anymore, no, because we've been to Japan before this. I've been away since. The last time I spoke to you, I went the next day.
Oh, okay, and when are you back? You got a long time off?
What do you want to know when I'm back for? You seen my missus on the flyers?
There's so many people queuing up outside your house. I wouldn't have time.
Yeah, but they've all paid.
Hey, listen, as always, thanks so much for coming on, Noel. I'm guessing you saw the game tonight.
Yes.
Where do we begin? Well, I'll tell you where we begin. Graham, who we spoke to before the news, when I said Noel Gallagher's joining us, he went, make sure you ask him what his view is of the penalty. So that's where I'll start. We all don't think it was a penalty here. What was your view?
And also, Zeko's was a penalty.
You get this commentary over it, so they didn't really make a big deal of it out here. But
did you not watch it? Did you not watch it?
Yeah, I watched the game, but I don't think you get the same commentary. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, we're talking about the.
Well, you mean the Richards penalty?
Michael Richards, yeah.
Yeah, his arms are up, but it's come off his shin. So you've seen him given. It's kind of the decisions you get when you're at home, innit? Do you know what I mean? If you're away from home, you tend not to get them. But yeah, it's like 50-50 with that one, and go either way. It's like the one that was given against him at Chelsea. It's kind of like, you've seen him given, but if you're at home, you get those. If you're away from home, you don't get them. You know what I mean?
Before we talk about the major talking points in that game, your overall view on it. What did you make of the game? Do you think the right team won in the end, or went through, I should say?
I thought over the two legs, I thought it was pretty even. You know, it's the penalty at the Etihad that's done us, really. I thought if you go to Anfield and score twice, you kind of expect to win. But they looked like Liverpool played like their season was on the line, which it was, and City played like we've got bigger fish to fry, which we have. You know, so it's all right. It's only the Carling Cup, isn't it?
No, just looking at the Savage young kid at the back. I know he's a youngster, he's still learning, but are you a little bit surprised that Anua, who they're going to let go to QPR, he's not in place of him, really?
What would it say for Savage then? You know what I mean? His confidence wouldn't be the best there. But as a young kid, he's been playing in big games. The game against Tottenham was a massive game, and the goal for Defoe's goal against Tottenham, I'd really put it on Joe's toes, really, because Joe's come out into no man's land there. If Joe stays on his line, Defoe ain't going to score from where he is. He's going nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. He's had a couple of bad games, and he's not. He's still young, but I wouldn't let him. I don't know. He's going, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? What would happen then if he got injured and then we can't get the money for him? So I'm not too fussed about that, to be honest, because Vinny's back now, so we'll never see him again.
You're right there.
Do you think that City should have appealed Balotelli's card? I mean, had they done so relevant? You don't think so? I mean, he would have played tonight, no?
Yeah, but then he's out for 6 or 7 games then.
Well, it would have been one more. I think the game against Blackburn would have been the extra game, which I don't think would have made that much difference.
He's not going to get away with it, is he? Do you know what I mean? There's enough replays saying that he's had a little...
No, I'm not suggesting he would have got away with it, but the fact is that had they appealed, he would have definitely played tonight.
Yeah, but he probably would have got sent off tonight, wouldn't he?
Definitely.
I suppose so.
I'm not kind of fussed about that kind of thing. I think we got the goals we needed tonight, and it was just undone by a bit of bit of magic from Bellamy.
Are you gutted you're out? Does it, on a serious note, I mean, it's so easy to go, to Mickey Mouse Cup League. It is a semi-final.
Wembley appearance as well.
Yeah, I mean, is there a part of you that thinks, I would have liked to have gone through, or you genuinely don't care?
Well, no, I mean, would it have been great to go to Wembley and win it, because then you've got a trophy in the bag midway through, the third of the season, so that takes the pressure off somewhat. But, to be honest, it's one of those, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not the biggest thing on the. It's like, one down. It's one down, one to go now. The sooner we get knocked out of the Europa League, the better. You know what I mean? And get back on our procession to the League Championship.
And no, are you still a little bit surprised that Tevez has not moved on yet? Because there's a little bit of ramblings in the papers today about him and bits and pieces, and he's not moved on. Are you shocked that he hasn't moved on yet?
No, I think the club are rightly playing hardball with him. He's obviously, him and his tricky little customer of an agent have obviously done a deal behind City's back with Milan, and our chairman, bless him, is just saying, you're not going anywhere without our say-so, and rightly so.
Yeah.
And I know people at the club who've said if they have to keep him for 2.5 years and he sits in Argentina, that's what they're going to do. They are not going to sell him for under 35 million euros. The end. And if he misses out on this window, then more fool him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we don't need the money, we don't need the player, we don't need the aggro. You know what I mean?
From your point of view, if you got a shortage of strikers, if Balotelli, I don't know, got himself sent off again or got injured, and Dzeko's not performing at the moment, and Aguero got a big injury, and you needed a striker with a proven track record towards the end of the season to really help your push for Premier League glory, would you ever like to see him back in a City shirt, or for you, is that it? Is it over? He's got no chance?
Well, I think you've got to back the manager. When the manager says he'll never play for the club again, you've got to back the manager. It's as simple as that. Dzeko's out of form, but he's contributing. He scored again tonight. And, Aguero doesn't, Aguero don't get injured. I mean, I'm tempting fate here, but, we just have to roll with it, won't we?
Yeah.
Pardon the pun.
and to be fair, Noel, Yaya Toure is a massive loss for you, isn't he? You don't realise how big of a player he is since he's been away.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'd have probably won that game. But he's one of the best players in Europe, and him and company are two of the best players in Europe, and no team in the world can stand that loss.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, we beat Tottenham, we beat Wigan. We're still there. If we're first or second by the time he gets back off the plane off his jolly up in Africa, watch out, I'd say.
Are you worried? Realistically, Noel, that the wheels could be falling off, because 3 points clear United, you've got to play them. You're only in one, I know you're in the Europa League, but one serious title in contention.
All right. Well, let's put it another way. You're 3 points behind City. You've got to play us.
Yeah, but the difference is you're at the top. You're fancied to win it. You've just been beaten in the League Cup. Yeah, but
you're second.
Yeah, but still in the FA Cup. Won it before as well. We've won it before 19 times.
Well done. Well, that's all right. We're still the oldest.
Yeah, but we haven't spent 100 million this season. The expectation on City's shoulders and Mancini's is far greater than Ferguson's.
No, you didn't spend 100 million. You spent 80.
Yeah, but on rubbish.
Exactly.
But no, is there a general feeling at all? You're not concerned. You're not worried at all.
No, not worried at all. I'd rather be. No.
Okay.
The wheels are not coming off. I mean, with the.
I'm not saying they are coming off, but are you worried?
Hang on a minute, you just said those exact words.
I said, are you worried they may be falling off? I didn't say they are coming off.
No. We were always going to have a dip. We couldn't be beating everybody 6-1 every week, could we?
No, true.
So there comes a point where you're going to have to dip out, and this is the business end of the season. Everybody knows that.
Nasri didn't really perform that well. I know he scored against Spurs at the weekend, but are you worried about his form? Are you pleased with his form?
He seems to, in fits and starts, he seems to perform in parts of the game where he's brilliant, and then parts he kind of disappears again. But he's come out saying that City played a different system. When he played at Arsenal, they were playing one up front, and there was more space for him to operate. And he's just going to have to get used to it. But I still rate him. I still think he's brilliant. I think his finish against Tottenham was mega, and I think we'll see the best of him next season, I think.
And now, just looking at tonight's game, would you have been more happy with Mika Richards in the middle of defence and say Zabaleta playing right back?
You mean like the way they set up in the second half?
Do you think that would have been? Do you think that works better for Manchester City when Kompany's not there?
Look, none of us are managers. None of us are managers of the calibre of Mancini. So what do we know? You know what I mean? What do we know? I don't know.
Can't ask for more than that.
I don't know either.
Just asking for your opinion, though. That's all. Just asking for. Just asking for your opinion. That's all we're doing. Hey, listen, Joe Hart had an absolute storm. He was just outstanding tonight. We were discussing at the top of the show that we both think he's the best keeper at the moment in the world.
I think so. I think who's better than him? You can't see anybody else.
No.
He's a great goalkeeper. Young. He's going to be at the top for the next 10, 15 years. I'm just glad he's at our club. I'm glad Mancini showed the faith in him when he did at the beginning of last season when he had to pick between him and Shea Given. And that game onwards, that first game against Tottenham where he was outstanding that day, he's grown and grown and grown. He rarely makes mistakes, and when he plays well, he plays really, really, really well. He's in the mould of Schmeichel where he's worth 6 or 7 points a season.
Yeah, definitely.
I totally agree. No, listen, really appreciate you coming on as always to the show. What you got planned for the rest of the day? 11 o'clock in Sydney. Day off? Or are you working tonight or what?
No, I'm working tonight. It's raining though, so what I'll do today, I'm not going to do. I'm going to try and keep. I'm bored, to be honest. It's Australia Day here today. They're celebrating being an Australian.
You going to go out?
Well, I might go out with the Union Jack undies on and go, really? Hey?
How can you be bored? You're Noel Gallagher. You're a rock and roll star. You're in, you know, you're
I'm a spoilt rock star. I'm bored.
I tell you what you want to do. You want to do Russian roulette Skyping.
The what? Russian roulette Skype? What? Yeah. Real Russian roulette?
Yeah. Well, no, not like that. What you do is you get on, there's a certain site, I don't know the name of it, and you just hit a button, and everyone around the world that's on Skype, someone will just come up and you have to speak to them. You could put like a disguise on or something.
Yeah, you see, I don't like talking to people at the best of times. I only talk to you and the wife, do you know what I mean? And the kids, and the cat. So that's it, really.
I'd just like to point out that we don't all live together. I'd just like to point that out. Well, listen.
No, more's the pity, because like I've said many a time, I could do with another butler.
For the Octagon.
For the Octagon, yeah. Yes. So, a little butler for the Octagon. Yeah. Lovely.
No, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate that.
Pleasure, man.
Cheers, Noel.
Good luck for the rest of the tour as well.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers, Noel.
See you in a bit.